This is a Coachman Festival 6556. It's going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you have your 2 gas bottle tie downs. Carry a maximum of 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles on the caravan at any point. You'd never carry any bottles bigger. On the bulkhead of the caravan, you actually have the gas regulator itself. You'd need to connect the gas pipe work up and run them down to your gas bottles as they are needed. You can have one pipe connected to one bottle at any point on this particular van, and the yellow valve that you see on the side of the regulator itself is a gas isolation valve. On the side of the caravan, you've got your wind down legs, as you can see here, to stabilise the caravan while the caravan is on site. And then you have your water pump connection, so you drop your water pump down inside the aqua roll and connect the pump to the side of the caravan itself. I'll show you how to fill the system once we go inside the caravan. You've then got your heating and hot water flow, very simple to operate. So you've got your heating and hot water flow, so you need to remove this cover prior to igniting anything on gas, basically pushing on the centre here and pull out from the bottom. But like I said, you'd have that off before you ignite anything on gas at all. You've then got your battery box with your mains power lead coming into the side of the van. So then coming down the side of the caravan, you have your motor mover and your wheels. The wheel nuts will be torqued before you leave sight with the caravan, and we'll also demonstrate the motor mover so you can see it's all operational as it should be. Toilet flush tank on the outside of the caravan, you'd open this up and you put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. In the bottom here, you have your toilet waste cassette. Pull up the orange handle and pull the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away, and the handle here so you can pull the cassette along. You have an orange pressure relief button on the back of the cassette, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Before you use this cassette, you need to put 1 litre of water in here and a cap full of the blue fluid. On the rear of the caravan on either side, we've got the wind down legs to stabilise the caravan. They are just there for stabilising, not lifting the caravan. If you lifted the caravan with the wind down legs, it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. Coming down the door side of the caravan, you've got your fridge vents. The fridge vents are very simply there to allow hot air out the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. There's also a gas flue behind the bottom one of those. You've then got a vent so you can have hot air coming out to your awning should you wish to. So when you've got your blown air heating on, the heat will come out of this vent. I'll show you how that operates on the inside. You've then got a wet storage locker. As you can see, 3pin plug in there for when you've got power, mains power connected to the caravan. At the front, you've got your barbecue gas point, so you can run a gas to your barbecue if you wish to, or any gas appliance you want to run outside the van from the bottles in the front locker. You've then got the last of your wind down legs on the front left-hand side of the caravan. We're going to go onto the inside of the caravan now and show you how that works. So first of all, I'm going to show you where the drain down valves are. So underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the van, you'll notice there is an extra water tank under here. Now this water tank is an onboard water store, and at the back of this, just down the back here, you'll see that black and silver connection. To allow that water system to fill this onboard water tank up, you need to make sure that black valve is pointing to the wall on the outside of the caravan. And also to fill the water system up, you'll need to make sure the 2 yellow valves on the floor here are parallel with the floor as they are at the moment. If these valves are upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, and this valve was in line, all of the water you try putting into the water system on board the caravan would drain straight back out onto the floor underneath. Now to fill the water system up on this caravan, it's a little bit different to some vans. You'll need to open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. As you see, I've already done this, so I'm going to shut that off now. You'd open all them taps up on the hot side, as they are at the moment. Then you'd come down onto the control panel just here, and you'd make sure this switch is in the down position. This will allow this onboard water tank to fill. You'll also need to make sure the pump above the door is turned on. So you turn this switch on here, and the red light indicates the pump is running. That will continue to fill until the water system is completely full. Once the water system is completely full and you have water running continuously out of every tap on board the caravan, you can shut all of the taps back off, so into the position they're in now. At that point, you can start thinking about warming the water on board the caravan. Now you have two ways of doing this. You can actually warm it by electric or by a gas. So down here, you'll notice you have two control panels. The bottom one here is your electric water heating. So if that switches down with the I symbol or 1 symbol, whichever you want to class it as, in the down position, that means your water tank is warming up on electric. The valve, the control above here, is to allow the water system to run on gas. You'll spin this outer grey dial to the flame symbol, just down the side. The green light is essentially a pilot light for the water heating system. If it fails to ignite on gas, the red light will appear as it has done now. The reason it's done that at the moment is because there's no gas bottles connected. But if you are running the water system on gas, you can actually control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees of temperature. Obviously the higher you go, the hotter the water will be. But we also do advise that you use the gas system for boosting the water system while you're showering on board the caravan. So that is your water system. The next thing we go through is the heating operation on electric. Now on this dial just here, which is on the wall next to the TV connections, you have a dial here. This dial has 500, 1000 or 2000 watts down the side of it. Depending on what caravan site you're on, you'll select the relevant power source. So here, for instance, we're running 1000 watts. And then you'll control the temperature of the heater on electric with the dial in the centre. It's not a temperature control as such, it's more of how much or how many bars in the heating element it is going to warm up. So if you turn it on to 9, it's going to be on the maximum setting for 1000 watts, and it's going to work at its most efficient for the 1000 watt power supply. If you're on a site with 2 or 3000 watts available, obviously I'd advise you select the 2000, and the caravan heating system will be a lot more efficient and warm up much quicker. If you want to run the heating on gas on this particular caravan, that is also very simple to do. You have a dial here on the left hand side of the heater. You'll turn the gas valve round to the between 10 and 9 position, hold down the gas valve and hit the igniter at the same time. When the gas system ignites, you'll have a pilot light in this window. You would need to continue to hold down the gas valve on the left hand side, as what that essentially does is allows the thermocouple to warm up and puts through a little bit of extra gas while it's trying to ignite. Once you've got a pilot light in this window for 5 to 10 seconds, you can slowly release the gas valve, then control the temperature of the heater on the dial on top. I would advise after 5 to 10 seconds again, you do check the pilot light is still lit, and if it isn't, you have to try and reignite on the dial on top. If you want to turn the heating supply off, you turn the dial back to 0 and that will turn off the gas supply to the gas heating. On top of the heater, you also have your option for blown air heating. So you've got this dial here with 3 options. You've got a wave symbol, a dot and an A. The A is automatic blown air, so essentially the we control by thermostat. So you turn that on. The heating system will only kick in and out as the caravan is warming up and cooling down. The dot in the centre indicates the heat is going to come out the front of the heater. Then the wave symbol on the left hand side is continuous blown air. So once I turn it onto that, essentially all the air for the all the heat will be coming out the vents around the caravan continuously. Like I said, if you want it on thermostated so it cuts in and out, then you need to put it onto the A on the right hand side of this dial. The next thing we go into is the fridge system. Now this fridge is very simple to use. You've got your power on and off at the bottom here. You've got a button here on the left hand side to select your power source. So you've got 12 volt auto, so when you're towing down the road you can select 12 volts if you wish to. You've then got 12 volts on its own, so essentially that will allow the fridge to work as a cool box. You've then got your gas option. Again, as long as the gas system is primed, so essentially you've got the gas through to the hob first, the gas system should ignite within a few attempts for the fridge. Now we only advise using that if you're off-grid and you've got no mains power source coming into the caravan. If the fridge failed to ignite on gas, it actually flashes blue light at the bottom and it'd bring a spanner symbol up just above the temperature lines on the right hand side. You've then got your mains fridge operation, and on mains or gas you control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side. Cooker, hob and grill. All work very much the same as your household appliances, the same as the microwave in the cupboard up above. We go into the bathroom now and go through the last point on the caravan. On the top of the toilet you have an electric flush with the toilet system. You have a red indicator light to let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, however when you are removing the toilet cassette from underneath the caravan, we do advise you have it pointing straight across the caravan so it doesn't lock the toilet waste cassette in place. Also below the toilet you'll see the grey waste handle. We do advise that grey waste handle is pushed open when you're using the loo, and when you are trying to remove the toilet waste cassette from underneath the van, again it does need to be in the central position as that will lock the toilet waste cassette in place. If you try to remove the cassette with that in the open position, it would actually break the top of the toilet waste cassette itself. So this is the Coachman Festival 6556. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.